Wait, what the f? Babe! I got scammed again! No, you don't want to know how much this time. All right, guys, so moral of the story is...
Don't be that guy.
I didn't, in fact, get scammed, but I'm going to show you how I could have been and how others most definitely have been. In today's video, I'm going to give you some useful tips on how not to get scammed via email, and in this specific case, when it comes to PSA graded cards. And I'm going to show you a real-world, real-time email that I received that is going to be a little bit, what's the word? It's a little jaw-dropping, but there may be a twist, and I'll discuss more about that. All right, so first and foremost, let me show you the email which I received on Wednesday, October 30th, right over my head, right here, right there. Wednesday, October 30th at 3:31 a.m. Okay, so that is something to know. Hi. My son has a 1999 Pokemon game Holo First Edition, Gem Mint Grade 10. Wow. I've been told it's worth some space money, and seen on sites like eBay, it's going for quite a bit. Wondered if you could advise me how I go about selling this. Many thanks, kind regards, Stephanie. First and foremost, I want to talk about just the way the email is built, okay, in general. The dead giveaway, just to start, is obviously the grammar, and I say that as gently as I can, but the grammar is broken. English is obviously not this person's first language, and this is something that you guys should be intuitively picking up on immediately when it comes to emails like this. But let's just say, for argument's sake, devil's advocate, that the English is good, the grammar is good, and they didn't say many thanks, kind regards, God bless, gracias, adios, Kiranojaro, muchas gracias, Stephanie. Let's just say they didn't add all this extra stuff. The first place that I'm gonna start, the name. Okay, so the name versus the email. So if we go back to this, we look at Stephanie Herety, and I always you wanna click on that and then check the name out. A lot of times these scammers are gonna put some weird numbers. I don't wanna say anything that will get me canceled or in trouble, but they'll have some different email configuration in names that will kind of it'll tip you off on where they are from in the world, if you get what I'm saying. So, but in this case, they actually align the name with the email address. A lot of times I find, they don't do that. So when I first got this, I was like, okay, well, all right, Stephanie, can you show me a picture of the card? I just wanted to see what they were presenting. I get these emails pretty regularly, and sound off in the comments below if you've gotten similar emails yourself, but I get these pretty regularly. And she promptly responds back at 5:06 a.m. Don't ask me why I was awake at 4:37 a.m. The funny thing I was gonna say about that is I got this email and I was just sitting there. My son woke up with nightmares at like 4 a.m. Couldn't go back to sleep, staring at the ceiling, obviously checking emails. What else would you do? Hey, Stephanie, can you show me a picture of this card? There's the picture. At first glance, I was like, all right, nice try, whatever. Speak of the devil and he will appear. You're the one that woke me up a week ago at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. culprit with Cheeto dust all over his face. Or is that Dorito dust? Cheeto and Dorito dust?
Hey, why is this not working?
At first glance, I was like, okay, nice try, whatever. So my response instantly was nice try. It just kind of like upset me. It pissed me off and I was like, nice try, whatever. Because the coloring looks a little bit off on it. But I will say that could just be the lighting of the camera, and I'm gonna also discuss more about that in a second. Okay, so then I was like, wait, let me use this as an opportunity to maybe kind of give the people some information. I have a platform to do so, so why not? So I was like, oh no, not nice try, nice card. How much are you asking? All right, so let's go back to the card real quick. Coloring looks a little bit off, could just be the camera. Stamp looks a little bit fuzzy. Again, camera. Let's take the quality of the picture itself a little bit out of it, but there are some dead giveaways that you can capture instantly, and you should always be asking questions, asking for more pictures. I don't know if via email and they're initiating is the best way to do deals, period. There's safer ways, obviously, through just grading that yourself, eBay, But there are a lot of fakes on eBay, I will say. Discord's a good place if they're vetted and you have, and they have some history of sales. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about this real quick. So the first thing that I see right off the bat is that this specific card was reslabbed. And what that means is, and I'll show you real quick. Let me go to my desk. So this is a authentic PSA 10, not first edition. It's just a, base set Charizard Unlimited. And you'll see that it has the older type of cert. There's an even older one than this. Around the 30 million cert mark, I believe, somewhere in there, maybe 30, 35 million. I don't know exactly. They changed to a newer style, okay? And it kind of features this PSA that goes into the red border. And there are some differences when it comes to watermarks and tamper-proof, they have like a black light type of deal going on where you can't see it, but there's PSA logos at the top that you'd be able to see. I thought I'd be able to. You can kind of see it. You can see where it kind of says PSA. It's hard to see without a black light, but there are some stuff that you can see with the black light. PSA offers the ability to go from this older kind of insignia insert and upgrade it to this guy right here, which is actually what's happened on this specific Charizard, which I think is actually real after second and third and fourth looks. Just a quick side note, guys, if you are in the market to get a real PSA graded card, because you can just send in your card and get it from them, and it'll for sure be not a fake. You can use promo code PokeVault25 to get $25 off your first submission. The only rule is it has to be your first submission under that specific email address. I think that's how they track it, but they give you a free $25. It's a free grade, essentially. You have to pay shipping and handling, but the grading itself, which costs $25 if you don't have a membership, is free. All the info will be down below, links in the description that'll take you to PSA, and that promo code should still be good by the time you're watching this video for sure. And I thank you very much for using that, because that does throw a couple ducats at the house at the behest of PSA. And yeah, everyone's a winner. You save money, I make a little money. It's a win-win. Beautiful. Let me give you two quick tips, okay? Two real quick hitters on how you can determine whether or not a card is fake or real. And again, this is just right off the top. I'm not gonna go into the super specific nuances of what you can do to make sure that a PSA card is legit. I think other people have done it better. I'll link them down in the description on some videos that I've seen. But two right off the bat, okay, that are just super dead ringers, is you'll see this G right here. It doesn't have the font. The font always gives it away when I see fakes personally, because I've seen so many real ones. Knock on wood, Sisbu make it true. Thank God I've never had a fake that I've purchased myself, because I've been able to, to discern those right off the rip. This G, and David, if you can show a G, a capital G that's a similar font that has the hanging piece at the bottom, okay? So like the G, I'm throwing up Crip signs or throwing up gang signs. Let's see. David will show you. Good Lord. So that's number one. For whatever reason, they always mess up the G. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. They can't seem to figure out the font situation, which is great for us, okay? So the G is number one. And number two, I always look at this PSA. If it's a newer cert or a newer grade, it will have what they call is the lighthouse reflection, where it's dark on one side and then light on the other. They always seem to screw that up royally, which is awesome, again, for us. Okay, so those are two just quick, where the quality of the picture doesn't have to be great. Just two really quick hitters on being able to discern whether or not the PSA card is fake or real. Anyway, back to my email. Nice try, nice card. How much are you asking? She promptly responds back with, I'm not sure. Any ideas what it's worth? So I'm at this point humoring her, because I'm almost 99.99% certain that this is a fake email. It's, you guys are already getting the picture. It's if you're of sound mind, you're gonna tell that this is fake. But this could truly fake out maybe younger people, maybe older people, and maybe people that don't know the signs and are just excited to be in the hobby and are just getting in, and they don't know, the difference between real and fake. So I respond back. It's very expensive, maybe 150,000. I did this on purpose. I think this card is closer to 220 to $250,000, $250,000, but I did this on purpose just to see what the response was. Then the response oddly was, okay, thank you for your help. How do I check its authenticity? Appreciate your help. He has more cards as well. This actually threw me for a loop. At this point, I thought the sale was gonna go down, where they were gonna ask me for, you know, for the close, right, for the sale. This almost, now I'm almost like irked, and I feel like this is actually someone that bought this card somehow, or bought a card like, but then I'm like, no, because I think the original card is real. So this threw me for a loop. This response threw me for a loop. So that's when I re-engaged and I said, where did you guys buy the card, if you don't mind me asking, and for how much? And then I never got a response after that. So this part of it truly did throw me for a loop, and I didn't know what to think or how to think about it. And it almost made me feel bad, because now I'm thinking, is Stephanie Herity a real human that actually bought a card, or their son? And then I was like, no, that can't be right. Maybe they picked up on me. I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know, but I'm gonna show you guys something that PSA has built in to their website that will tell you whether or not your card, well, not every time. I digress. Let me explain. You see this cert number here? 149845050. 1498450. Go to PSA's website, psa.com, and scroll to the bottom. Scroll to the bottom, and you're gonna see enter cert here. I already forgot it. 1498450. I already forgot. This is brain fog. 84050. All right. Verify, right? Click verify. Not every card that is fake will be flagged by PSA, but if they can, they will. Certification number 1498450 has been temporarily deactivated as a precaution due to its use on a known counterfeit in the market. Please submit a request to customer service, CRC, contact customer care, if you own the item. So what they're asking for is, if you actually own this card, they want to know for sure, and now they want to re-certify or re-engage the number, probably change the number if I had to guess. I don't know, but they need to authenticate it. This is a great aspect of this service, because it truly can backstop or, you know, keep people from getting scammed. Even if it just saves one person, that's more than worth it. For PSA DNA items, please submit images, blah, 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 to PSA card. Okay. If you're ever in doubt, guys, and like I said, if it comes back as the regular cert number, because there are fakes out there that come back, some take more precedence than others, I think, a lot of times, and it has to do with how many times they've used it to scam people, or, you know, how new the certification is. But like, this one is super relevant and important because the dollar value is so high. Like, imagine if someone actually bought this card for like $200,000 and gets scammed out of that amount of money. That would be wild. Okay. Some other things, some quick tips and some things to look at down here. Certificate number, we just talked about that. The fugitive ink, we talked about that. That's the black light situation. And then the lighthouse logo, we talked about that, where it's kind of double shaded. They always seem to get that wrong, but always check out that G. And the G only really deals with the gem mint 10s, and it's a dead ringer. If it has the little hanger that David showed you, it is automatically null and void. Forget it, shut it down. That's a fake. We don't like it, okay? No matter how far it dates back. Those are some different tactics and things that you can use to protect yourself against these scams. And I used a real world, I mean, that is me talking to what I think is someone trying to scam, but then the email at the end threw me for a loop. I don't know. It's either someone that's trying to scam or someone that's been scammed. Either way, both relevant when it comes to stuff like this. So I don't want you at home to get scammed. And if you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I will do my absolute best. My email is down below also. I feel the same way as many others that make videos like this. If I can help literally one person, and I mean this honestly, if I can help one person, the whole video was worth it. Or if this saves, you know, one people or a handful of people from getting, from getting scammed, everything that goes into videos like this is 100% worth it as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. I didn't ask for it the whole video, but I might as well ask it now for those. And the people that stayed this long are already subscribed anyway. But if you're not, contemplate, plot, think, hit the button. It's free. Just saying. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. But that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next live or the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?